All right, the marketplace was open, and then it was closed, and then it was open briefly, and then it was closed. So we're open, though. Top Shot Takes is open for the second time today.
We're open for business. I've been booted out, logged in, booted out, logged in, booted out. And I'm waiting to get back in there because there are a few moments I'm looking to maybe snatch up and add to the collection. But we'll see. We'll see when that happens.
Yeah, there was a solid 5 minutes of scrambling to see if I could buy something. Because like I said this morning, I filled up the Dapper balance a little bit. I'm ready. I'm ready to buy shiny new toys and have been unable to yet.
Did you? I actually bought like one thing late last night just to add it, just to see if it was going through, and just to try and snatch up anything. But did you buy anything last night at all while it was technically open? Nothing.
I didn't. I was looking. There was a couple of things, but I could not find. I could not find what I was looking for. So I want to shout out Alex, who replied to us on Twitter saying we were gonna get him in trouble by going live again. But we appreciate the commitment.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. Sorry. I know. Hey, we're fans. We're excited. We want to talk about this some more. And there's a lot of action happening. Our marketplace is not open. What's going on? We're ready.
I know. So it looks like Allie, you pulled a pack today, huh? And now are you selling an unopened pack? Is that what you're doing right now? Or are you selling moments from the pack, like individual moments? Curious what you're doing. Also, if you're someone who pulled one today, would love to know what metallic gold you pulled, what rare one.
Or what number, what place in line were you in order to secure a pack? So let us know in the comments.
I wanted to take a look. I know the marketplace is being a little finicky right now, but I figured we could just see what's being sold right now and what the prices are looking like for the metallic golds. So here's what we're seeing right now, right? So the lowest one being Satoransky, which I believe it was Alex who called it. Alex was upset earlier that his brother-in-law got one and he didn't. And he said, I hope he gets the Satoransky.
He just commented in the chat too about it.
Yeah. As long as I don't get Satoransky, then. But I believe your brother-in-law did. Is that right, Alex? Okay. So Alex says unopened pack. Interesting. Okay. So selling. Well, I got to know what the going rate is for an unopened pack right now. But yeah. So right, the lowest ask here is 420. So if you pulled the Satoransky, the lowest of the low of the rare metallic golds, you're still over 4xing what you paid.
I know we're team hold. Are you team hold on Satoransky?
I'm not gonna lie. So because Greg and I split that hollow pack that pulled 3 metallic golds, I was thinking of snagging the Satoransky. If it dips below 400, the only reason being is hoping they do a metallic gold challenge.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. And he's in there. Yeah. And they're like, you know what? Let's bump that value up. Make him part of the challenge. Just
in case Satoransky gets on Top Shot and he sees that he's like $300 cheaper than every other metallic gold. Yeah. Let's boost that value a little bit. And then my boy Drummond right behind him.
Your number one player. There we go.
Wow. eBay is selling it from 3 to 7K for a pack. Wow. That's, I mean.
Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to try and get that money? Get the money back? I mean, that's a lot. Or are you team hold with us? I gotta know.
I gotta say, I mean, 7K for that pack is pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. On Face says the market's tanking right now. Yeah, I mean, I think that was to be expected, though. I feel like we see this every time packs come out. Every time packs come out, the prices dip in the market because people are trying to flip. So I'm not too surprised by that.
It's exactly what I was saying. Like if someone got Satoransky, or they're just selling, or they want to make up for the amount that they paid, or just say, hey, I'm here to take a little bit of a profit right now. Yeah, we see that often.
Yeah, and I know we said this earlier too. I mean, I think it's a positive sign that 80,000 people were in line today. Like I think that is long-term good news. And CY makes a good point too. Like crypto has been down for the last few days too. So we'll see if it's trending. And hey, Ali, you do have a trade offer here. Looks like a Netflix account for the pack. It seems pretty fair.
Yeah, good deal.
Let's scroll through some more of these, right? So we're staying pretty low. We got Drummond, Harrison Barnes, Markelle Fultz, the Dylan Brooks, all in like the 6 to 650 range.
Starts to go up a little bit there with the Lou Will, the Oladipo as the player level kind of maybe increases.
Yeah, I like the Baisley one.
Can I see that? What moment is that? Is that one of the other ones that he already has out there, or is it a layup? I don't think I've seen this one. Oh, it's on Lonzo too.
Yeah.
He's got a
Yeah.
little bit of an old school game. He's not. It's funny because two of his moments are dunks, but he doesn't really dunk that often. He plays a lot like this, low to the basket, with just like crafty kind of moves, which I like. I'm a big fan of him.
I like him a lot. And then I love Bol Bol always going high.
I did not see that in there. Why don't we watch that? It's a 3-pointer, by the way.
It's a 3-pointer. Oh wow, off the dribble too.
Boom.
Smooth. God, that dude is big.
Looking like his dad.
Oops. Yeah, looking just like his dad, except taking jumpers.
Yeah.
And then, but I wanted to let's go down to some while it loads. Right, there should be more.
I like Tim Hardaway Jr. too, just as a nice player. I think he's a good guy to have on the team. I'm a low key fan of him.
Yeah, I like THJ as well. I know they're using him as a 6-man now in Dallas, and it seems to have like reminded him that he's a scorer. So I'm excited to see that. Sorry, I'm gonna pull that down while I figure out why it wasn't showing all the other moments, because there were some very expensive ones too, and I was surprised how expensive it did get. But maybe because the marketplace is being a little weird, it's not showing it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, I'll pull this back up.
I would say, just as like a fan of players or moments, there isn't too many I'd really want there just for my own personal collection, but there's a handful I would say, oh, that would be nice. I wouldn't mind that one.
Yeah, like the Steph Curry going for 8,400. Lowest ask.
Can we see that moment as well?
Yeah, yes, we can. I think is this a quick release one?
It's a 3, yeah. Catch, shoot, splash.
Hand in the face, too. It's beautiful.
It's also a little bit of a different moment in the way that they're presenting it. A lot of slow-mo, different angles.
I like that.
Little
nice
celebration.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
The Steph Curry is going for quite a few bucks. Let's see. What was the other? I know the Jason Tatum. I was eyeing that one. Which is 2,200. Harden is almost 2,500. And the Zion one too. The Zion one.
Ooh, nice. Let's see that Anthony Edwards after too. Oh, what a block. And a save. Do they get a bucket out of this, or do they cut the moment short? And he gets a
dunk, yeah. So block all the way to a dunk.
Jesus.
Yeah,
this needs to be the one going for the most money.
I know. This is so nice.
I love Steph, but this has got to be the one going for it, right? Like coast to coast?
Coast to coast.
Both plays?
Also, I mean, I don't know if you guys have been watching Pelicans games lately, but Zion's like really coming on. I mean, we already knew Zion was good, but he is turned into just like a monster truck. And I was looking at some Series 2 and Series 1 moments. I'm like, I don't. Maybe this is where I should be putting my money right now.
Yeah,
is in Zion. And then what was the other one you want to see?
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Yeah. It's no Yuta, but we'll take this dunk. It's a big old dunk.
Oh, yeah, Jokic. Maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, he's get the hell out of the way.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. I mean, does he really think he was going to block that? Come on.
No. And shout out to Greg.
Yeah. You're on leave.
But
paid leave.
So like what's your strategy right now? Like, while I mean I know the marketplace is being a little weird, but what are your thoughts as you like attack it right now?
I'm looking for, I think there's dips, and everyone says buy the dip, right? Like, I firmly believe in the product. I think it's still worth 100% investing in. And I'm just going to keep going after more of what I've been doing, like either LEs, like low LEs or moments, players that I think are worth it. I think, like you were saying, Zions, you're like, I might just get some more Zions. Like, I think that's, to me, what I'm going to attack. I've had my eye, and I've mentioned this multiple times, on this Durant moment. I probably shouldn't blow it up. I don't want people to buy it, but it's Kevin Durant Series 2. It's 7,500 LE. It's his first bucket back since his Achilles. It's the first game back since the Achilles on the Nets. And I think it's taken a little bit of dip. I saw it go as high as about 1,600, just over that. Now it's at 1,200. This will be a nice time capsule so we can see where it goes. But he's out. He's been out right now. So there's no movement. I think when people see players, like we're seeing Zion ball out, and we're both saying, I might need some more Zions. So if KD is dropping 30 something a game, winning, and just his highlights are in IG feeds, right? Like, it's going to drive it up. And he's out right now. He's out post All-Star break. So I kind of like people not being reminded that it's out there and like the dude's a baller. You should have him
Mhm.
if it dips slightly below, I might, and the market's open, I might go after it because I think it's obviously the Nets too. They might just win it all. So
I know.
I think there's the sky's the limit for that one.
I will be so curious when it comes to playoffs, like what that does to like values of certain players. Like if you're making a deeper run, will that pump up values? Like if we see,
I think so.
yeah,
I think
so
it's
too.
people are excited to watch it, and I think they are correlating what they're seeing in the games in terms of value of what they have, not just as a player like Michael Porter Jr. and stuff like that, but even like the big moments. It's just having the player in your collection as a moment. I think they're correlating everything, their performance, and it's only going to playoffs are just insane. It's only going to crazier when the playoffs happen.
Definitely. Yeah, that's Dan says that KD was one of the first moments I bought. I couldn't say
Nice
if that's
buy.
what I bought sold. But yeah, he doesn't have an S1 common, right? So it's his first moment on the platform. Or wait, did he have a run it back?
He did have
Yeah.
he has a run it back on the Thunder.
So it's his first base moment, but not like his first moment on Top Shot.
Let's pull up. What do you got there? I haven't seen anyone else announce for the dunk contest. Have you?
No, but I think it was Jay Skeets from No Dunks tweeted something out that supposedly, right, so it's Obi. It's supposed to be potentially like a current all-star and a former either dunk champ or like dunk finalist. So it was almost like putting some breadcrumbs out there. So I was saying, give me Zach LaVine and Derek Jones Jr.
Zach LaVine's going to be there. I love Derek Jones Jr. when his dunks are amazing.
Just monster dunks. What did you want me to pull up there, Dustin?
I was saying the one from Ali saying only Obi so far, only Obi topping in the dunk contest. Y'all should buy now. This is something I did before he was announced. I was thinking about this 2 weeks ago. Greg was saying like, what do you think of this rookie? Because, he's not too familiar with him. And I was like, well, he can jump out of the building and he plays for the Knicks. He's shown some flashes of potential and his price had started to dip. So, and I didn't have any rookies from this crop. So I said, you know what? I'm going to add him to it because I think he may get invited to the dunk contest. And if he does, again, correlating to their performance on court, if he's in there, obviously he's got to perform. But if he does, I think that's exciting and will help his value. So I was able to snatch that prior to the dunk contest announce. I had the mental foresight. Luckily, I read the tea leaves and it worked out.
I was trying to get him during the 10-minute window where the marketplace was open today. I was trying to snag that. I saw it for like 5 something, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, it dropped to $4.99 at some point today, and I was like, ooh, someone's gonna get lucky if they can snatch it up in that small window. And it was after he had already been announced too.
Did you say you got him the other day?
I did. Yeah, we did. We got him the other day.
What price point was it?
Right around the same price. Like it wasn't a value. It actually dipped a little bit. So because he hadn't been doing anything, but I knew I was still thinking dunk contest. And then down the line, it only made me feel better when we saw that the badges are coming in March and April, adding a rookie badge to it, first moment badge, all that kind of stuff. Just, I was like, I'm happy.
It's going to continue up there. Yeah. I like what Kevin says too about John Collins. Like I'd be down for John Collins in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
He throws him down. I like him. I almost hope he gets traded so he can go do something somewhere else.
Yeah.
I feel like he's not a great fit next to Capella, only because they do a lot of the same rim running. And when you get 2 of those dudes, it just doesn't work as well. I like that though. All right. Let me check back in on the marketplace. I want to see if we're still
down.
We're still down.
Well, while we're waiting on that, I got a question. So knowing that we hit 180,000 plus in line for today's pack drop, that's with them limiting the amount of accounts that can be on the platform. Like they stopped signups. So what do we think that number increases to the second they open it up for the next pack drop?
Oof, man. I don't know. I mean, we got to clear. I would imagine we clear 250,000, right?
I would say 250. Yeah. But I think it might be bigger the way it's blowing up. It might get over to 300,000. It might just get there.
I'm so excited to see what happens All-Star Weekend, right? Because I mean, it does seem like they're going to make some sort of big push that weekend. I don't know if that means advertisement-wise they're going to be doing anything organized, but it sounds like but it sounds like there's going to be a pack drop. I'm assuming there's going to be like players talking about it. Actually, you know what we should pull up right now? I don't know if you saw Terry Rozier and Halliburton going back and forth. No,
Yep.
Damian Jones going back and forth today.
Yep.
But
Yeah, that was cool.
That was so cool. So let me pull just so we can see it. And I'm sure, you know what, if you're watching this right now, if you're watching Top Shot streams, you probably saw this. But let's take a look at it right here. Yo, Terry Rozier, we play all in the Bay tonight. Instead of a jersey swap, moment swap. I love it. And then Terry's like, right in. Let's do it.
What is that Michael Scott gif underneath?
My heart is very full right now.
Well done. And we got one of our viewers there too, with a comment below that as well.
Who's in there? Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Alex was right there after he was dunking on me for saying one more try. Alex says, how is the market tanking when 180,000 people are trying to get $100 packs? I think a lot of those people who got packs were trying to flip some things, right? So if whether they were trying to hold on to their metallic gold and flip their base moments just to get the $99 back. So it feels like mentally, it feels like a free roll, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't think it's tanking, right? Like if it was tanking, some of these bigger moments that are still holding their value would be dropping as well. Like they're still holding pretty substantially, but a lot of the other ones that maybe we thought like, will Barton need to be going for $180? Like like those are going to be substantial and significant chunks that drop down. But I think like the big ones, like Lucas 3 that we've talked about against the Clippers in the bubble, like that's maintained. Like some of these other ones have just maintained, but so I wouldn't say it's tanking, but certain things are dropping off where we probably anticipated their value was a little bit bloated.
Yeah. And I mean, I think when you think about like the Cool Cats and the gift, I think a lot of the people who were planning on completing that challenge have completed that challenge.
Yeah.
And so that means the demand for those is going to go down a little bit. So naturally, like Tyler Hero going for $1,400 is going to come down, right?
It dropped. I looked at it today. It dropped. I think it's like 900.
Right. So, and I think that's going to continue to happen because that demand is going to go down. So I think if you're just like refreshing evaluate.market, I don't know how accurate that is with the market, only because, I mean, I think it's the site's very accurate. I just think the challenges are going to fluctuate. And I think like we talked about too, those low end CC series 2s of like, I mean, no disrespect to Zubats and Giannis's brother, but I think those weren't going to go for $40, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think too, people got in on those challenges before the prices ballooned, and then it just got so high that they said, I'm not doing it. Or maybe they bought 2 or 3 and are no longer going to complete the challenge because it's now hit a threshold that they're not willing to do. So they're trying to get rid of them and get some of their money back.
Right. Shout out to AirVision too. Good to have you back. He says, how many CC do you think will be in the next common drop if there are 250,000 users? I think, right, there's rumors that 25,000 was going to be the next one, but I know that 50,000 is also capable. Like they're able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, if they cap the amount of users still and they don't let new one in, I think they'll probably be at 50K. But if they open it up, I think they've got to go a little bit larger, which makes those 15K and 12K LEs sound pretty nice.
It does, right? Let's see. Alex says supply far outweighs demand right now with so many people unable to register. Then you have people unable to buy while new people are undercutting each other constantly. Buy. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Not allowed to comment on that because that's right. What about the Luka after the Cool Cats challenge? See, I think the Luka is going to maintain a lot of its value. I mean, I know it's come down a little bit to like 7K. So I mean, I don't think it's going to, it was at like 10 for a little bit. I don't see that happening. But until the LaMelo challenge comes, right, I think people are really going to want that LaMelo Ball Master Challenge. I mean, can you look at what LaMelo's first moment is doing? And
we talked about on this show, and I clowned it. But this is something we should get into. I think is a little bit interesting too. After the fact, is that I don't think I realized when we were talking about it that it was actually his first assist. I just thought it was some assist that they put. I didn't put it together, but it was 750 when we were talking about it, and it is ballooned. And I was like, at 750 for that. I was thinking I'm going to wait for his first bucket.
Yeah.
His first dunk, his first 3. I just thought that'd be cooler. I do think it will be a cooler looking moment, but this is technically his first moment. So it is what it is.
Yeah. But I think the Luka will still maintain its value only because I do think people are going to really want that LaMelo. So
yeah. And it's Luka.
Right.
It's no offense. It's not John Collins. It's Luka.
Right. I think the other cool cats around it will probably, those values will dip after the challenge, but I do think like the Luca, the AD, I don't know who's going to be the award for number 3 or 4, the cat, all those things. I think those will still maintain value. I'm excited to see what the LaMelo is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw his game the other night, just going after, who was it? Was it Phoenix? No.
Yeah, it was Phoenix. He went after DeAndre Ayton. He just
that's what it was.
Oh my gosh. And just going right by
He's
him.
just built for the game right now. He's just absolutely built for the game.
He really is. Shout out Rock and a Roll. Good to see you back. Got a pack today. I read that as 2 bums, a Pascal. So 2 Bams, a Pascal, Chris Paul, and an MGLE Wiggins. That's a nice little haul right there.
I'm a big fan of Bam Adebayo. I'd love
Bam.
to have 2 Bams. That's awesome.
I love Bam. Yeah, contrary to how I read it, there were no bums in that pack.
No, that is a very solid pack.
Yeah. And Max says, any players you think are underrated on the market? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was looking at we were talking about Obi Toppin a little bit, especially now that he's made the dunk contest. So it'll depend what that price comes in after the market comes back open. There were a couple series 1s that I was looking at. Those Indiana Pacers, without saying all the names, those seem a little underpriced right now.
Yeah, they're playing well. We talked about another rookie, Tyrese Maxey. Maybe he is flying under the radar right now because he's another rookie. He's not getting as many minutes as he was who was out? You mentioned Mike.
Oh, Seth Curry. Yeah, Seth Curry was out a little bit.
So when he came in, he played really well, and now that Seth is back, his minutes have sort of decreased. But he's on a contender, so he's not going to end up getting 30 minutes a game, right? So he might be someone that's interesting and is a little undervalued, and to add a rookie to your collection,
The thing I like about Maxey so much, and this is thinking like pretty long term, I guess, but when James Harden was getting floated out as trade rumors, and Philly had a deal on the table that was essentially like Simmons and Maxey, and Philly was willing to part ways with Simmons, but they were like, Maxey's where we draw the line.
Yeah, I saw that. They said they were getting offers for Maxey, and they're like, he's not on the table. Yeah. And I was like, oh, they like him.
So listen, if Daryl Morey likes him, I'm gonna hang on. Because that's actually one of the first packs I opened. I got a really low serial of that Maxey card. And it's his first bucket too, right? It's his first ever points as an NBA player too. Yeah. And when I opened it up, I remember like looking to see what it was worth on the market. And I was like, oh, $20. Let's go. Like, that's the most valuable one I have. Let's go.
Yeah.
And now it's sitting at like 500 or something crazy like that.
Yeah, it is. It's right around there.
Yeah. But yeah, for underrated, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard right now. I still think Chris Paul isn't properly valued. I mean, that dude's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and he's always fun to watch. Even though he can't get over the hump in the playoffs, he's still fun and makes it entertaining, and you just are reminded of how amazing a player he is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and how switching to a plant-based diet will extend your career. We learned that.
Yeah.
And I think the Suns are a team. I like DeAndre Ayton's another one where I think even though LaMelo took him to school last week, I think he's underrated too. I like DeAndre Ayton a lot. And Mikal Bridges, like the Suns, I think are going to be good for a little bit.
Yeah. Even Devin Booker, I mean, he was a little undervalued too, right? Like you could get some of his moments they weren't going for with the Giannis or Zion or Ja, like all these, really big and sexy names. But Devin Booker is a baller. And you saw everyone sort of petitioning for him saying, this is BS that he's not in the All-Star game. We knew it was going to happen with AD sitting out, but it just shows you. And I think he probably saw a little bit of a bump after that, but he's a pretty underrated overall. And you probably could got his moments at a decent price with, I think, a lot more room for growth.
Yeah. Yeah. And all Suns, but Frank Kaminsky, I think is where I'd go. All of those are undervalued, but Frank Kaminsky. Unless Frank wants to come on the shop, then we like Frank.
You're off, Frank. I remember him getting drafted and they were like, this guy, he could be, I was like, but
Frank's one of those guys where you'll be watching him play in a game and you'll hear his name a couple times. You're like, man, Frank is really putting up stats tonight. And then it's like 6 points and 3 boards. And you're like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I hear the name and then I go, oh, wow, he's still in the league. Good for Frank.
Frank. Getting minutes. Yeah. Max says, do you think the prices of the winners of the dunk contest and 3-point contest will increase a lot? Yeah.
That's my whole thing. I absolutely think you have a situation where people are still getting adjusted to the new guys and the rookies, where people aren't watching Tyrese Maxey as often or Obi Toppin. And I think that now that he's in it, he's getting a national audience to just show amazing dunks, right? And his leaping ability to get them excited. Whether or not that blossoms into a great career, you don't know. But like, I think people will just be excited about it. It's going to be All-Star Weekend, pack drop, that hype of watching the All-Scram dunk contest. People are they'll probably show throwback moments to other ones, and people will just get excited to grab something from that player in the marketplace. I think it can have a potential to bubble all of those. Like, I'm not saying it goes to the moon, but I think it will. I think you'll see a little bit of a bump.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, especially for dudes that like a Zach LaVine, I'm sure it'll give it a little bit of a bump. But if it's someone like a Derrick Jones Jr. or someone who's, not a proverbial all-star, to see them all get like a spotlight and a moment, I think that will definitely drive up the value.
Yeah.
And I'd probably say dunk contest more than 3-point contest.
Yeah, unless someone just goes nuts. I think I don't know if Steph's in it or not, but if like Steph's in it and he wins it, I think it does help his a little bit even more.
Yeah.
He's already up there, but still.
I think so too. Garrett says, new to Top Shot, but got a pack in the drop. Does the marketplace shut down a lot?
Congrats, Garrett.
First of all, congrats, Garrett.
Yeah, and
Garrett,
welcome.
Let us know what you pulled. We'd love to hear that. The marketplace does shut down a lot after pack drops. I think they're just battling a lot of different things. And there's, especially with that many people in line today, I'm all flooding the market afterwards. I would imagine it's pretty intense.
Yeah, they've said that they've got beta on the site for a reason, and they're keeping it on there until they can sort all this out. I mean, the good thing is they're trying to battle bots, and they're trying to fight the good fight, which is awesome. And they want this experience to be awesome for everyone. So if you come in and you just want to pay $10 for a pack, their goal is to have that as available. So the marketplace shuts down quite frequently right now, just as they're sort of taking on this influx of users, all of this awareness, and just trying to make the experience better for everyone. But they are very open with what they're doing and giving us sort of that direct feedback, which is pretty awesome. So excited you're here, excited that you got a pack. Congrats. Would love to know what you got in it.
Here we go. He got a rare Jimmy layup, AD,
Nice.
MPJ. Hell yeah.
It's
not our favorite Porter, but we do like Michael Porter Jr. as well. Shout out Dante.
Jonte Porter. Make sure to tag him in your tweets.
Yeah.
AD. I love the Lakers. So
there you
awesome.
go. Dan says Derrick Jones Jr. dropped into the low 30s. So keep an eye on if you think he's going to repeat. Pick him up. I like that. And then Ari with a hot take. Trade up from LaMelo's first moment. So you're saying you're selling at the highest high of LaMelo to get something else?
I don't know if I would do it. I would just keep it. As much as I've shit on that moment, sorry to cuss, but as much as I have for that moment, I've just I don't know. I think I might just keep it.
I would have said that like 3 weeks ago because I was not on the LaMelo hype train, and I got to take that L. I was wrong.
Yeah, I am. I've been in on LaMelo. I think he was definitely trained for this kind of basketball that's being played right now. He's just grown up in and around it, and he's benefited from it. Also, I think he really wants to be an NBA superstar, so he's putting in the work. It may not be the coolest looking assist ever, the Gordon Hayward jump shot, but it's his first assist and it's his first moment, so it's going to get multiple badges. I might just hold on to that unless there's something down the line where they put in a Kobe moment. For me, as I'm again Lakers fan, Kobe right here, I would make the trade, but I get that if you don't want to, that it has unlimited potential at this point, the LaMelo.
And after that, he says, what's a good 7,500 buy? And I was thinking 7,500 LE, clarified it was dollars. So this is a fun little experiment here.
Yeah.
And again, this is not financial advice. Do what you want. We're just, having fun.
Why don't we say what we would buy if we had that to sink into something? He also says he has two, I shouldn't say he, but Airy Vision says 2 LaMelos.
Oh, okay. All right. That changes it a little bit for me.
Yeah, well done.
All right. So this is filtered by Lois Ask, descending order 7,500. So the first thing I see is a Luka, and it's a series 1. I like that. That looks pretty nice. You could get a Drew Holiday hollow icon, but that's series 2. I think I'd lean series 1.
Yeah, I would too. And I love all things Luka. I think he's still so young. Who knows what it's going to be? LeBron dunk.
Yeah, LeBron dunk is really
Can we
nice.
see that one? So that's bubble footage as well, right?
The bubble footage.
Oh, yeah.
On a nice little Caruso alley-oop. Yeah, that's nice.
Man.
That's a good one. We like this. Yeah, I mean, I think Luka and LeBron are probably the 2 safest buys, right?
Yeah, I would say so. for example, you can get a Westbrook. It's out of 150.
Mhm.
I don't know that I'd want a Westbrook. Like, I love the guy. Again, he's a Bruin. I'm a UCLA guy, but I think I'd rather grab a LeBron. I'd rather grab a Luka. Maybe that Zion.
The Zion, yeah, because we showed that one earlier. That's the block dunk metallic gold. That one is just like a sick moment.
Maybe it's that one. Maybe that one rises to the top.
Yeah, this Clippers run it back, Chris Paul. That's pretty nice too.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'm all in on Jokic too, and I don't know if I would take him over Luka or LeBron right now, but
Yeah.
man, he's my favorite player to watch right now.
He's unbelievable, and he's in the MVP race right now. That's an interesting one. But here's another example. Would I want that Duncan Robinson? No, I wouldn't.
No.
I'd rather have any of the others. Davis
No.
Bertans. No, I'd give me any of the other ones.
This is when I thought the site was broken. When I first got on and I was looking at Langston Galloway going for over 5,000, I was like, what happened?
Yeah. Where's the market correction there?
Yeah. All right. That's enough of showing what $7,500 would do. But yeah, that's an idea. I think the Luka LeBron is probably the safest. Nathaniel says, you really think there's 200,000 users or just a lot of bots? I think I listened to Office Hours a little bit and they confirmed the 180,000 number. So I don't know if that means 20,000 people. There also could have been people who were in the first, like, say 200, bought a pack and then got back in line. But they confirmed 180,000.
I think we're there.
Yeah.
I think we're there. Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Alex, appreciate the show. Top Shot has taken over my life these last few weeks, and I need as much analysis as I can handle. Good discussion here. Yeah, I mean, I think that's
literally why we're on the air right now. I'm not going to lie. It has taken over our lives the past few weeks. And I don't know if you want to call it analysis, but we wanted to have some conversation about it. I think that's what it is. There's the pack drop happened this morning. We didn't get anything. We know some people did, and that's really cool to find out what they got. But also, like, what's going on with the market. It's just fun. It's just fun right now to talk about. So that's why we're here to chat with you guys.
It is. And Alex asked us to pause the show because he has to bathe as a kid.
I feel your pain, Alex. My kid is napping, so that's why I'm live.
Shout out to Jacob. Jacob got a pack and got the rare bull. We love.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a fun one. Yeah, the run it backs. I know the run it backs.
Yeah, those are cool.
Like Chris Paul and the Clippers is how I'll remember Chris Paul.
Pretty iconic too. Yeah, and the thing is, there's not very many of them. Like, that's a very specific series that is just so cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice.
And they've made it clear they're going to continue to do run it back series. So for that, and I'm assuming those moments are going to continue to be cooler and cooler, but the first series of them, there's something special about that.
If they ever go way back and there's some Sean Kemp run it backs, like alley-oop from GP, I'm chasing that as much as I can.
Dude, give me Detlef Shrimp. I'd take anybody from, from that Sonics era.
Yeah.
Anybody from the Sonics era or the Indiana Pacers era. Like some
lot of good players.
Rick Smits, Jalen Rose, any of those dudes.
Duncan Dutchman.
Yeah. Rick Smits. Never enough credit for Rick Smits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited about what they're going to do with the run it back.
Yeah. Get that Allen Iverson.
And curious what they do with with the All-Star weekend. Like, I wonder if they're just going to have, I think you mentioned this earlier, Dustin, like, do they just release a dunk contest pack or something like that?
Man, I would love to see it. There's so many Vince. If they go back to Dominique, I mean, obviously MJ, but it gets crazy. They can't go that far yet. But Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine, like, there's so many awesome ones I would love to have. I'm all for like a dunk contest or 3-point shootout, sort of, even a skills challenge. I'll take a skills challenge.
Yeah.
Hey, that'd be fun.
Somebody throwing the ball through that net.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Dribbling around a car or some cones. I mean, it doesn't need a whole pack, but it can be an insert.
It's
right?
An insert,
Let's just clarify.
Yeah, Bobby, great question. Why we got Michael Carter Williams running back?
MCW. So fun fact, I pulled like sometimes you get those mystery box kind of packs at like CVS or Rite Aid. It was like $5. I still grab those and I like opening them up, see what we get. There was a Michael Carter Williams rookie card in there. I was like, oh, cool. Like, I don't think he's in the league anymore. Fun fact, he's still in the league, right? Yeah. I swear I thought he was out of the league. You're welcome on the show anytime. Don't no hate. But I thought he was out of the league. But he's been playing kind of well, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't think he was supposed to play minutes this year, and then the Magic lost all their point guards, and now he's starting.
Got it. There we go. That makes sense. Yeah.
Jose says Pat McAfee refers to his one Zion card as a stock.
Yeah. Don't blame
Give me this, run it back.
Ooh.
Shaq breaking backboards, sign me up.
You know what would be amazing is that I don't think they would ever do it, but the one where he dunks on Chris Dudley and the Knicks, and then he just kind of shoves him, and then Dudley throws the ball at him at the end.
Yes.
Oh, it's brutal. I don't think they'd do it, but that would be an amazing one to have.
I think they should do it, but say it's a Chris Dudley moment.
It's the only moment he's recognized for now. Poor guy.
Yeah. Harry says, do we think Jack Nicholson is buying up moments? And then with the appropriate emoji after that. Well done.
Appreciate that. Yeah. If he's in it, he's like, where am I in these moments? You know?
I know we need some sidelines. That we've talked about that too. Like give Spike Lee a moment.
Well, I think it's cool too if they can get if they go a little bit back. Like, was it AD did a jump shot and landed on Kevin Hart, right, or something like that? Like, if there's some where you have celebrities courtside and that's in your moment, I think that's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. I don't know if it's going to have an effect on value, but I think it's fun.
Yeah, we could have a whole Drake series.
Yeah, that's right.
Have a Drake pack.
Yeah.
Shout out Creative NFT too. That was
Appreciate
nice. Thank you.
It. Let's do it.
Jose, should I buy all the cool cats or spend on Luka or LeBron?
Oof.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what you want to do. I mean, for me personally, this is what I would do if it was my money. I'm not saying it's what you should do. If you are deciding to do all the cool cats, like not just for the AD challenge, like you're going to get the Luka cool cat and then you're going to complete the master challenge for the LaMelo, I think that's going to be very profitable.
I agree.
If you're just doing it for the AD, I think I would just go get a Luka or LeBron.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I was when I pulled that hero, I knew I wasn't going to go after the challenge, so I immediately sold it to get a moment I wanted. So it just depends on what you want to do. If you want to go after the big fish with that, like I agree. I think that LaMelo is going to be worth a lot, and you want to continue it. I think it'll be really fun to get and acquire, and I do think there's a lot of value. But again, we don't know.
Right.
We don't know what'll happen, but I would speculate that there would be. But you can also just get cool stuff that you want. That's exactly what I did. I got rid of the Cool Cats hero and I flipped it to put down on the Vince, and I'm very happy with that.
Yeah. And I will say too, like you can just pay attention to the market because the challenge has 3 days left. And we're seeing some of the Cool Cats prices dip right now, right? And if it continues to go down there into a range where you're like, I'm comfortable spending this and this would get me in a place. I think the hardest part about it is you got to go buy the Luka. And the Luka is really expensive right now. So that's going to be tough. Would love this, Dan. Would absolutely love this.
Sure, the NBA would love it. They're working on it as we speak.
Yes.
They're so excited about this. The Malice at the Palace pack.
Would be great, though, to get like a Ron Artest moment and then a Meta World Peace moment.
Well, it would be cool if he's at the free throw line where he shouts out, I love basketball. You know what I'll take that moment. That'd be awesome.
That would be a fun series too, of just like audio things. Like
Ball don't lie.
Yes, I was just gonna scream that. So I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, would love a Rashid. There's probably a handful of Rashid moments that we could get in there.
Or what if there's like refs? Would they do refs moments like where they booted out Tim Duncan from the bench?
Joey Crawford?
Where Tim Duncan got thrown out, ejected from the bench, and I think he just looked at someone and they're like, you're out of here.
Yeah. The only problem with that is then we start flirting with like Tim Donaghy level stuff, and they're like, oh.
Yeah, they're like, maybe this isn't a good idea. We'll save it, guys. Thank you.
Hoping for a James Naismith run it back. The old peach basket.
Oh, yeah. Let's get it.
David says, do you think the market will rise back up soon? I mean, it's hard to tell. It's pretty cyclical. When packs come out, the market goes down, and then we don't see packs for a little bit and the market goes back up. Yeah. So, I mean, that's what the trend's been lately. I wouldn't bank on that, but yeah, that's what we've seen lately.
There's some things that have sort of inched their way back up that I've seen dropped, but like, you just don't know.
I still think if 200,000 people lined up to spend $100 today, I think that's good news.
I agree. I think the demand is there, and people will put some stuff up for sale, and I think it'll start to go.
Yeah. I just want to shout out Ari for putting in that last little phrase, just so I got Vince because of Dustin, but at my own will. It was your decision, Ari.
You 100% your decision. I support your decision because I made the same one, so we're going to ride this out together. But that is your decision, and let's see what happens.
No, I love that moment. And like even at Club Top Shot last night, Scale was talking about it a little bit too. So that's gonna be a great moment. Hall of
So
Famer.
are you telling me it got the Scalabrini bump? Is that what you're saying? The
I
moment
got the white mamba said okay.
All right, take it.
Yeah, rock and roll. They need a Bad Boys pack, not the Pistons, but like Malice at the Palace, etc. Oh, yeah. So I should have read that all the way through before I shared it, because I was like, yeah, they do need a Bad Boys Detroit
Yeah,
pack.
I thought the same thing. Yeah, probably not going to happen. Malice at the Palace would be awesome. Not going to happen.
Would take a Bad Boys Detroit pack.
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool.
Showtime Lakers. You can do all kinds of custom inserts with that. I could see a Magic, and it has a Showtime tag.
Yeah,
Cooper, like that would be so awesome. James
that would
Worthy,
be really cool.
Yeah,
86 Celtics. You know, throw some of that in there.
Yeah, I know you got to do it. I'm repping the Lakers all day. You just can't escape it. So
wait, hold on. Well, I should have had this queued up, ready to go. But I was gonna say, yeah, give me some Larry Bird. Give me some Larry Bird up in here. There.
Yeah. Well done.
There we go.
I appreciate looking at this background instead of Greg's just panic room. We gotta send him like a photo of a basketball player to put up or something.
I forget who made that comment earlier, but they were like, "Greg, are you okay?" It looks like a safe house.
Blink twice if you need help.
Yeah. All right, let's do a little quick check-in on the marketplace. Looks like it's still transactions are disabled, so we're not buying anything yet.
Nope. Just keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
I imagine they want to get it open for the weekend as more games are being played. People have a little more free time. I think they have to be working towards that.
I would think so. Jose says,
Dapper, let us know. Feel free to tweet us and let us know.
Yeah,
we'll break the news. It's fine.
I'll put my phone number in the chat.
Yeah.
Seems like Series 2 dropped the most really in price. Series 1 holding strong. Yeah, that's what I've noticed too.
Yeah, Series 1 we've always felt is gonna be strong. I still 100% believe that. I snatched up as many Series 1 as I could. I should be specific of players that I thought were of value and could potentially climb. There was a Series 1 Norman Powell I bought for $20.
Love that buy.
Norman Powell, like he's been balling out. I don't know if you're looking at his stats, but I was also just a fan of him, and I'm like, oh wow, $20. I'll drop 20 on that. I don't even know what the number is, but it's very nice. It's profited there, and I'm holding it. Series 1, I think is going to have that value. Series 2, right now may have taken a dip, but we are team hold, and I think there's still a lot of potential with that. You think if those serials go to 50, they'll go to 100K. Where do they go there? Because they want everyone to be able to get a pack. So they've got to start doing a lot more moments. And I just, Series 2 is still going to be interesting. Just, maybe be cautious of who you have or who you're grabbing. Be aware of who you're going to grab and hold on to them. But you could still get some really nice Series 2 moments for not too crazy expensive.
Yeah, I do think too. Anything in Series 1 that's sub $100 feels like a deal to me too.
Yeah,
I was seeing Joe Ingles recently. It was like 80 or 90, and that seems. I don't think Joe Ingles is a superstar or anything, but he's on a really good team, and I was going to say he's the sixth man, but he's not. Jordan Clarkson.
But he's fun in the playoffs too.
Yeah,
he's fun to watch in the playoffs. He gets after it. He kind of annoys people. He hits big threes. He's really fun to watch in the playoffs, and that can have an effect there. Yeah, that's a good deal.
And then you can just corner the Australian market. We had some people this morning here from Brisbane who were getting up very early for the pack drop.
Yeah.
They're going to be interested in Joe Ingles.
Hopefully they're taking a well-deserved nap. So shout out Brisbane.
Shout out Brisbane. What did I miss here? Bobby says, time to buy low on Series 2. We'll be saying the same thing next year when Series 3 is out.
Probably right.
That's what Dunbar, he's been banging that drum.
Yep.
Zach LaVine. Yeah. See, that feels...
But that's Series 2, but he's an all-star. That's a pretty good buy, I think. I wouldn't mind having that in my collection. I think there's room for growth there.
Yeah. And that's look at so Ari says Norman is at 200. See, I was looking at, man, and I'm not going to get it, but whatever for the content. That Malcolm Brogdon Series 1 was 170, and I think that was his second moment. He had a first moment that I think is like $400, but his second moment Series 1 was like a dunk that was 170. That just feels too cheap for Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, I agree.
Good player.
Yep. I think all of these guys, especially if they're in the playoffs and they're on competing teams, I think they're all going to see a bump. Series 1 is just I'm all in on Series 1 still.
Did they announce who is taking the All-Star spot of Durant yet? I think they said Tatum.
They did. I'm blanking on who it was now, but I think they did. Wasn't Sabonis?
Was it Sabonis?
Yeah, Sabonis got added to the All-Star.
All right, good. His Series 1 moment, and I believe that's his first moment, was under 500, which I know is a little pricey, but that dude's very good and is going to be very good for a while.
Pacers are doing well too.
They are.
We got a jingles to the moon comment. There it is.
A lot of jingles left.
Speak it into the existence.
A lot of jingles left. That's good. So I've given away the 2 moments I've been looking at. I will not be getting them.
Yep. And it's gone.
Yeah, Dustin, you're getting some love here for the Dudley call. Chris Dudley throwing the basketball at Shaq would be the best running
Would
back.
be the absolute best. I don't think they'll do it because it's so brutal. But God, if they did it, I would love to chase that one. But if they do run it back AI, is he stepping over Tyronn Lue?
It's got to be.
It's got to be that.
Right?
That was the one loss the Lakers had that playoff run too.
I mean, and that's the most iconic Allen Iverson moment, right? I mean, I know he's had so many incredible moments.
Crossover over Jordan.
Oh,
on his rookie year might be up there.
Oh my God. But I don't think it won't. What was his rookie year? Was his rookie year
96, I think.
Okay, so yeah, it probably won't be that then, right? Because they said it was going to be like in the 2000 to 2010 range or something like that.
Yeah. So it'd probably be if it's in that early 2000, then it might be that one in the playoffs against the Lakers in the finals, I should say.
All right, I like that. Yeah, hopefully, man. I really want that Iverson.
Yeah, that would be so cool. Yeah, I don't know. So we're just excited for the marketplace to get back open. We're talking all these moments. It's getting me just kind of jazzed to go scroll through and see what I can find. I don't know if it's Series 1. I don't know if it'll be probably some Series 2 that I think are still floating around there that maybe are undervalued. Because I've been doing mostly Series 1, but like we're saying, when Series 3 comes out, why didn't I buy more Series 2? When Series 5 is out, I should have bought a few more Series 2. And now is that moment. So just snatch up some players that I like that are probably at a decent price. I'll probably go for more, fringe all-star who maybe didn't make it this year, but could potentially make it next year. Or if Sabonis had not made it, those guys that get added after the fact, Devin Booker, I might look towards guys like that are right on the cusp and will probably make it next year. Like Colin Sexton is someone I really like. I think he's got some all-star potential down the line.
Yeah.
I've got his Series 1 that I'm pretty excited about, but I'll look at some of these guys that are doing work that I think can potentially be all-stars down the line or just be on a winning team and be in the mix and be in the playoffs, get people excited. Like, I'm not going to say him, but Jordan Clarkson is a very exciting player. Will he be an all-star? I don't know, but you've seen former Laker guys, Julius Randle just made it. Like, I snatched up one of his early thinking, okay, he might make an all-star this year, and he did. Like, I'm going to try and look for some of those maybe when the marketplace goes out, knowing that I want to grab some of these Series 2 now before it again. It was the same thing. I did it for Zach LaVine. Like, I'm just looking at those kind of buys for maybe next year so that I'm not kicking myself and saying, why didn't I get more Series 2?
Yeah, and I think this along the same backcourt of Sexton too. Darius Garland seems like pretty underpriced.
I snatched a lot of him up. I was telling shout out Bobby. I was telling Bobby grab some Darius Garland, and he was like, I'm not too familiar with him. That's the perfect time to buy. Like you if you don't know him and you watch a lot of NBA, you're not too familiar with him. This is your opportunity because there's probably a lot of other people that aren't as well. I'm like, he is part of that. So. Yeah.
We'll share a couple comments, then we'll get out of here because I know we got to run in a second. But I want to, Brett says top 3 buys when the market is open. And we've talked about this a little bit, but I wanted to share this so then I could share Josh's comment who says Birch and Zubats.
There you go. Done.
I don't know if I can sign off on that, but I just love
You need a Kem Birch. You need a Zubac. Hey, shout out Zubats. You want to come on the show? We know you have an account. We'll take it. Yeah. Hey, he was a Laker as well. And here's a fun story about Zubats that made me love him just as a human being. He was a diehard Laker fan. He had a Kobe jersey. He said he stayed up, I think, till 3 a.m. to watch Kobe's last game back home when he was young because he was just that much of a Laker fan and Kobe fan. I thought that was really cool. So I'll always be a fan of Zubats.
Yeah, I root for Zubats. I was bummed the Lakers got rid of him.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a Lakers fan, but I was just like, what? Just
for chump change. Yeah.
We're Team Hold.
Team Hold. Come on. Do we need to talk to the Lakers management? Probably not. I think they're doing all right, but
yeah, we'll reach out over the weekend. And I wanted to end with Nathaniel's comment. No, you guys don't have a huge fan base. Well, come on, Nathaniel, we're growing. Thanks for coming.
We're trying.
We appreciate you guys coming and hanging. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, the like button, all those things. Who knows? We're gonna drop another video a little bit later today that won't be live, but will be a video, and then maybe
Yeah.
this weekend or early next week. Who knows?
Yeah, all of the likes and subscribe, notification bell, all that stuff helps. It really does. It gets us in more people's feeds, so we appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. And we hope everybody has a good weekend. We hope the marketplace is open soon. Follow us on Twitter, Top Shot Takes, and let us know what you're buying.
Can't wait to hear.
All right. Have a good weekend, everybody.
See you guys.